So yes, my main fitness area is calisthenics. However, I'm very knowledgeable in the whole of fitness, and I do like to go into lots of other industries such as endurance or get in the gym, do some weight training, powerlifting, all sorts. I love to get amongst everything. A common trait in all of these industries is breathing. You need to be able to breathe correctly. Now, a lot of you don't do this, and you may be thinking, how can I breathe incorrectly? May sound stupid, but I'm going to tell you a few things in this video that's going to help you with your breathing, and it will help you with your general life and fitness. Firstly, I'm going to start off with the best way to breathe. Now, the best way to breathe is through your nose and push out through your stomach. Now, a lot of people are thinking, out through your stomach, how are you going to do that? Your lungs are in your chest. Yes, your lungs are in your chest. However, the diaphragm does relax and contract, and it does go down and up. Meaning, if you breathe through your stomach, you're pushing the air down and up. This means that you're not lifting this big weight that you have here. You're not lifting all your chest muscles up, or upper body up. You're just pushing in and out. Now, this is going to be a lot easier to breathe, put less strain on your respiratory muscles. So, get breathing through your belly. Another reason why that is so essential is because if you do short, shallow breaths, which are normally done through your chest because your body's trying to lift this massive weight up and down, these short, shallow breaths are going to cause anxiety. And once again, you're probably going to be thinking, why? Why is that even related? But if you think about the flight or fight situation, when you get panicked or have a panic attack or someone makes you jump, you start breathing really quickly and really shallow. And this is because the amount of adrenaline and cortisol that's just been pumped into your body to make you feel that certain way. Now, if you're naturally breathing shallow and short, then that's going to be mimicking that effect, and it's going to be producing more stress and more anxiety, which is just not needed in your day-to-day life. So that is another reason to breathe through your nose, breathe deeply through your belly. So now I'll get on to why the nose. Now, obviously, if you don't know, your nose matures the air and prepares the air to be absorbed in your lungs. So if you're breathing through your mouth, it's absolutely fine. You're still going to get the oxygen. You're not going to die. Probably been doing it for your whole life. However, breathing through your nose is extremely important. Maturing the air is going to make it 10 times more effective at absorption into the body. So you may not be able to jump straight into training just breathing through your nose. That's absolutely fine. A lot of people don't. The more you use your nose, the better you'll get at using it. Common sense, right? So if you don't do exercise much, or you normally breathe through your mouth, you may struggle to then convert straight across to nasal breathing. So there's going to be a few things that are going to help improve that in your training. If you're doing a high intensity interval training session, or even in calisthenics, banging out a few muscle ups, a few push ups in a superset, you're going to get a bit out of breath. Now that's fine, natural. What you should do in the rest periods is try breathe through your nose. If you don't want to disrupt the exercise by breathing through your nose and holding your breath, then that's fine. But in the rest periods, or the recovery between sets, try just breathe through your nose. This may be a little bit hard at the start, but like I said, the more you use it, the better you'll get. So try focus on just breathing through your nose in the rest periods. Alternatively, go on a little walk and just breathe through your nose. Don't breathe through your mouth, just your nose. Push that air through your belly and see the impact it has. Obviously, the first few times you're going to be out of breath, admittedly. That's fine. But once again, practice on the drills and it will improve. So another thing when it comes to doing exercise, one sec, that's my alarm. What that means is every hour I got an alarm, so it's set to do push-ups, so I don't become too sedentary. So 50 push-ups now, let's go. Stand by. Go. Right, and now in the recovery, I breathe through my nose. So that is one way to start applying it to your life. So the last thing I'm going to say is nasal breathing essential to be a good athlete? And the answer is no. And you may be thinking, no? Why have I just spent 5 minutes watching a video if the answer is no? Yes, nasal breathing is going to help condition your lungs. It's going to help you in the long term when it comes to fitness. It's going to help with your facial structure. It's going to help with your endurance and fitness. However, it is not essential for life. Now, I'll give you an example. If you think of a UFC fighter or a boxer, most of the time they have broken nose. It means they cannot breathe through their nose, which means they cannot do nasal breathing, which is fine because most of the time you see boxers and you see UFC fighters and they're fit blokes. There's no denying it. They're extremely fit blokes. So how can they come that fit without breathing through their nose? And this is obviously because they condition their lungs so they can breathe through their mouth more effectively. But their normal day-to-day life, they'll probably be heavy breathers, they'll most likely snore or be out of breath a lot of the time. So this is why nasal breathing is important. It's like everything in exercise. You can always increase your performance by 1 or 2%. However, most of the time it's your mentality on the situation. Some of the fittest blokes I know, they smoke. They smoke. A lot of people smoke. And that means their lungs aren't great, their body's not in optimal condition. However, they are the fittest blokes I know because it's all up here. And they've manipulated and trained their brain to be able to achieve higher than everyone else. It really came down to who really wanted it and who was going to perform at the maximum level to be able to achieve it. And this is what people don't understand. They think, I've got a broken nose, so I can't achieve. Wrong. Your achievement levels is determined by your brain and how much pain you're willing to tolerate. So, the overall message is start breathing through your nose, and this is going to help you in life.